everyone. Hello. Welcome in. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I got no excuse. I'll be honest. I've just not prepared. Let me turn my mic down if it's a little bit loud. Hello. Yo, Chappie is here again, as always. Welcome into a Chill Wednesday stream. It feels like it's been ages since we did one of these. But I hope you're all doing well. Just make sure I post it. Okay, so I posted on Blue Sky. I posted on Twitter. I posted in my server. Ooh. Alright, I think we're good then. Alright. Now I say that. This is gonna be one of those, like, there's like another thing like that I messed up on. But hello, I hope you're all doing good today. Actually, real quick, let me get. Sorry, bear with. I'm also moving slower because I got like both arm splints on at the moment. So I'm like, just twist my wrist really awkwardly. Ow. Yeah, I'm like working kind of slower than usual.
Hello, everyone.
Yes. Let me get the coffee page up. Come on. Share. Then chat. And then pin. Alright. And then... Oh, I was early for the music. I was about to hum to the music, but then I just realized I was like a little bit early. There we go.
You put the today's stream announcement on server announcement on Discord.
Did I? Ugh. God damn it. You know what? It's I can't be asked. It's fine. God damn it. Fuck. No, it's gonna bug me. Hold on. Sorry, bear with. I thought I changed it. What is wrong with me today? Ugh. Yo, Chad, don't ever get like duo arm splints. It's it kind of sucks. I've been nerfed. There we go. All right. Gonna delete that message. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, we're good. We're Gucci now. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. That's our streamer. Yeah. As always, the coffee link is pinned. All right. I think now we're good. I wonder why I didn't see it on Twitter. It's on Twitter. I've just posted it on Twitter. Right. So yeah, for today's stream, as you can tell by the title, we are going over the new Sonic character bios that Sega posted on the Sonic the Hedgehog official website. It's been quite a while since they've been up, but I've actually just never had the time. Well, not had the time. I kept forgetting to take a look at them. So we're going to do it here. As you can see, there's also now a new chat command for my throne page. Yeah, I mean, it pretty much does what it says on the tin. It's my throne page for anyone that wants to donate via gifts, but it's no pressure at all. It's just like a fun little thing. People seem to be chill with it. So I was like, alright, sure. But yeah, so we're going to be taking a look at the character bios. Yeah, there's not really much else to say other than that. I'm curious, because I have heard that these bios, some people don't like them. Or they feel like they've kind of... I don't know, like they changed some characters or something like that. No one spoil it, by the way. I want to go in blind. I'm actually kind of surprised I've not seen anything about it or like been quote unquote spoiled or anything. I guess because I figured not much has changed. But we'll see. Kiryu-chan. That was so loud, but whatever, it's fine. Oh, also, did I show you guys this? Is this the first time? I think this is the first time you guys have seen the summer outfit on this new model. Or the 2.0 model. I think it is, other than yesterday. But I realized I never showed it off yesterday. Not my first time. Well, I mean, I had it on my last model, but I haven't shown it off on this model yet. It is? Oh, well, then let me quickly ignore the mouse. Hold on. So let's get like a full body shot. All right, so shoes, and then my jacket, my necklace. I love the physics on this like kind of quote unquote jacket, I guess. Yeah, and then the shades. Hi. QT Cat, as always, did my sorry, hold on. Alright, as always, did the art and rigging.
No toes?
No toe. Well, Sonic characters don't have toes normally. But yeah, this is my Nicole the Cat's summer outfit. Yeah, not her beach outfit. I actually do have a beach outfit designed for her, like a swimsuit outfit for her that I actually haven't shown yet, because I want to do some artwork for it. So stay tuned. But yeah, my good friend QET Cat, as always, she did the artwork for the model and the rigging, but I designed the outfit. So yeah, all the outfits that you see Nicole wear on this model, I designed, and then I just quite honestly lack the skills and patience to actually put them on the model. But Danny cooked, as always. She always cooks for these. But yeah, I can't believe I forgot that. Like, I didn't show it off on this new model. Anyway, I think let's crack on with it. I don't know how long the stream will be. I guess it depends on like how long it takes to get through every character, because I actually looked and like they go through a lot of characters that I didn't think they would go through. So let me go to the thing. Let me know how the music is, by the way. I'm going to Sims, alright. Alright. So, if you want to get an idea of like how many characters they included on this, like, good lord, Omo was there for some fucking reason. Like, it's kind of, I appreciate it. I appreciate them putting some of these more obscure characters on there. So yeah, we're gonna go for all of them. There's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 41, 42, 43. Good lord. 43 characters. So we'll just go through them. And yeah, however long it takes. That's how long it takes. Yeah. I'm actually kind of scared. Just because I have had so many people kind of complain about it. Alright, let's start with the boy, Sonic. Actually, let me see. Does that look alright? Yeah, that looks alright. Okay. That's not too bad, actually, in terms of framing. Alright, Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, wow. They got, like, species, gender, height, weight. I mean, they've always had these. Because I remember with the female characters, they probably still do it. Where for the weight, for the female characters, they've always been like, tee, that's a secret. They never reveal the weight of the female characters. Anyway, so Hedgehog, male, 100 centimeters, which is like 3 feet, I think. 35 kilograms. Running speed, supersonic. Alright, Sonic the Hedgehog is the fastest thing alive. He's a thrill-seeking free spirit, always dashing from one adventure to the next, and refusing to accept injustice of any kind. Alright, that seems accurate so far. He follows his own rules, runs where his heart takes him, and fights to ensure that everyone can enjoy those same freedoms. Again, that's Sonic. Also, I just realized I didn't get the chats up on my phone, so I can't see what people are saying, so hold on, give me a sec. Don't know, I suppose I can always, like, go back onto here. No established age, he's not 15 anymore. I mean, I thought they got rid of the ages for everyone. Didn't they? Anyway, once where his heart takes him, fights to ensure that everyone can enjoy those same freedoms. While impatient at times, Sonic never leaves anyone hanging, and he never breaks a promise or betrays the trust put in him. Again, accurate so far. Laid back and cool, he's quick with a joke even in the face of danger, and when things get serious, Sonic transforms into a shockingly sharp and fearsome force of nature to protect his friends. That's accurate. That's accurate. I don't know, were people, chat, without saying the reasons why, for those who have read them, or I guess seen the drama, which characters were the bios that people didn't like? I'm going to assume Amy, because she's always been a topic of discussion in this regard. Maybe Shadow? Drama? Yeah, no, I mean, it's Twitter. But I'm pretty sure there were like 50% of people would chill with the bios. And then like the other 50% were like, they ruined the characters. So I was just curious if anyone heard anything. But anyway, this is accurate. This is Sonic. So, no notes. Oh, where's Tails? Damn, Tails. That's crazy. I would have thought Tails would be second. Alright, Amy next. Speaking of the devil, she had me. Whoa, hold on. Why she got way more here? Wait. Why does Sonic not have any likes or dislikes? Does everyone else have likes or dislikes? Likes, dislikes. Why does Sonic not have any likes or dislikes here? It's not difficult to come up with that. Likes chili dogs, dislikes water or swimming. Why doesn't he have any likes or that's weird. Okay. That is a bit weird. For the main character to be the only one so far with no likes and dislikes, even though, again, the likes and dislikes would be super obvious and have been established for years. Again, likes chili, I need to likes water. Likes chili dogs, dislikes water. Or swimming, I guess. I did hear that they wanted to adjust some of these. Well, hopefully they give Sonic a like and dislike. That's just very weird. Anyway, hedgehog female, 90 centimeters. God damn it, they're still doing the weight thing. Teehee. That's a secret because women can't say their weight. Christ. It's a secret. Like, yeah, again, likes ice cream, dislikes. Wait. Dislikes boredom. I need like a toggle that has it so that it like zooms in on my VTuber's face. Sonic also likes reading. He does, and he likes napping. He likes nature. Is boredom Sonic's thing? Kinda, yeah. Why? When has Amy's ever been boredom though? Actually, I'm trying to think what another dislike of hers would be. Not boredom though. He naps a lot in Sonic X. Not even in Sonic X. I can see issues of these so far. Yeah. Alright. I'm trying to think what a dislike for Amy would be. Even just something kind of basic like injustice, similar to Sonic, or cruelty, or I don't know, abuse of power. When I look at Amy, I don't see her dislike, the main dislike, being boredom. Bullies or something? Yeah, like, again, even if saying that, like, that she dislikes injustice or bullies would be a bit cliche, it would be more fitting, no? That's so weird. Alright, so I think I'm starting to see some issues here. Special abilities, card divination, dowsing? What is dowsing? No one tell me. Form of divination. Oh, shoot, that's nice AI. Type of divination employed in attempts to locate many types of. So, like clairvoyance? Oh, God. When has she ever pulled this out? I mean, sure, if she wants to, but like, I've never seen Amy pull that out. Alright. Pika Pika Hammer. Can I just say, by the way, it's one thing I do have to say. Can I just say one thing? I've seen people complain about, like, why are they focusing on Amy's tarot cards? Why? That's never been a thing. I'm pretty sure the tarot cards have actually been a thing for, like, since her conception in the games. It's just that lately, in recent years, they've actually mentioned it again. I swear to God, even back when they still had it so that she was still obsessed with Sonic, it was a case of like the tarot cards. She was trying to find out who her true love was, and the tarot cards led her to Sonic because in her mind, the cards were like, oh, this is your true love. Unless I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it's always been the case with her. It's just that, like, they've only just now actually mentioned them, probably because Ian Flynn knows his shit, and actually is like, hey, Amy actually has tarot cards. Or maybe Sega just remembered, I don't know. But it always makes me laugh when people complain about them, because I actually like Amy having tarot cards and divination and all that. I think it's cool. Maybe that's just me. Alright, let's read the description. Amy Rose is a sweet spunk. I can never look at the word spunky or spunk without laughing. I won't say exactly why on stream, but if you're British, you'll know. If you know, you know. And for those who aren't British, just look up what the British slang for spunk is. And I think you understand why. I know what it means here. I do know what it means. It's funny. Fiercely optimistic hedgehog who charges into life wearing her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, that's accurate. Inspired by Okay, hold on. Inspired by Sonic, she handles trouble with decisiveness and determination, flattening foes with her trusty Pico hammer. She leads with courage, stands up for her friends. Oh, not to her friends. Stands up for her friends and rises stronger after every battle. Her resilience uplifts those in even the most dire of circumstances. With both high standards and deep compassion, Amy confidently strives towards a better future, one that she could share with those most dear to her. I think I see where people probably have issue. I mean, this has been an issue of Amy for a while. I'm planning on making a long-term video on my YouTube about this. The problem is literally that it does feel like Sega are trying to rewrite or retcon Amy a bit in terms of even like as if she's never been obsessed with Sonic in a romantic way. And listen, I don't mind them trying to grow Amy as a character. I think I've said this on stream a few times. I don't mind them doing it so that she matures and grows up throughout the series and is more tame and probably comes to realize like, yeah, maybe I'm being a bit too much. Maybe I need to calm down a bit. Like, she still has feelings for him, but she just knows she's matured. You know what I mean? Like, she's grown up a bit. And like, I even like the idea that maybe she gets embarrassed at her past actions, maybe like at her past self. You know, like when you do something and how like, God, even probably like 5 years ago, you were a completely different person, and you look back on some decisions you've made and you like cringe at yourself, and are like, man, why the hell did I say that? Or why did I do that? Why did I act like that with that person? You know what I mean? Like, I would have liked to have thought that Amy would be a little bit like that. And I don't mind if that's the direction they were going with her. But the problem is, and I think the problem that a lot of people have, is that they're not going that direction. They seem to be going down the direction of, no, we're changing it so that she was never that obsessed. She was just inspired by him. And it's like, I don't know about that. Because to me, that kind of undervalues Amy as a character. But on the other hand, from, I guess, maybe a business standpoint or like a writer's standpoint, I can kind of understand why they're doing it. Because as much as people like to say that they liked it, as someone who was around in the like mid to late 2000s, or like, no, like, okay, around the time that like the 4Kids cast was still in the franchise as the characters, like Lisa Ortiz voicing Amy, kind of like Jason Griffith voicing Sonic and Shadow era. When Amy was still obsessed with Sonic, there were a lot of people, fans included, that found Amy annoying because of her obsession with Sonic. There were. That's just factual. There were people that liked it, but there are also a lot of people that really didn't like it. Admittedly, when I was younger, I myself found it a little bit annoying at times, right? So I can kind of understand where Sega are probably coming from. Because even like, both in the fandom and outside the fandom, that was the common joke with her, was that she's a stalker, she's obsessed, she is chasing Sonic around, you know, all that shit, right? Like honestly, look at any of the older Sonic shorts by Sonic Paradox. You know what I mean? Like, it was a meme with her, because that was her character. That wasn't all to her character, mind you, but it was a big part of her character. To me, again, I found it annoying, but I also didn't I didn't hate her for it. The only thing I hated about that was in relation to Amy when I was younger was Son Amy. And even then, that's changed, you know what I mean? Like, nowadays, as I got older, I'm like, yeah, it's cute. But other than that, I didn't hate Amy and Sonic's dynamic of her chasing him around. So again, I don't mind if they were going for the direction of character growth. She's matured a bit more. She, yes, was obsessed with him, and while she may still feel romantic feelings towards him, she's just, you know, mellowed out as she's gotten older, right? Especially now they're not really doing the ages thing. But again, it doesn't seem like they're going that direction, and a big example of that is it wasn't a remake, it was like a remaster of Sonic Generations, which came out alongside Shadow Generations, where they completely rewrote her bio and got rid of her being obsessed with Sonic, right? And even edited like some of the animations to make it like more aligned with this direction that they're taking her on, right? And that's where it kind of bugs me, because it's like, don't try and pretend it's fine that she used to be like that. We can acknowledge that was how she was. If you don't want to write her like that anymore, that's fine. Just don't try and rewrite history. Maybe that's nitpicking. I don't know about you guys, but that's where I take issue with it. I actually don't mind this direction they're taking Amy. Is it arguably making her a bit more bland? Maybe. But again, even when she was obsessed with Sonic, that wasn't all to her character. For the most part in this description, it's pretty accurate. The only thing I guess I would have added is that she has a temper. She can be a hothead. She has a bit of a temper. And can crash out. But again, there were some people that didn't like that about Amy. But I don't know, like, she has a temper indeed, yeah. But I mean, IDW seemed to kind of get that balance. I don't know. From this bio, the only thing I'm a little bit like raising my eyebrows at is the dowsing thing. But also the whole like inspired by Sonic, and like no mention of her romantic interest in Sonic. But maybe it's also a case of like them trying to make, because video game companies nowadays, understandably so, don't want to accidentally I'm trying to think how to describe this. They don't want to undermine their female characters, if that makes sense. They don't want to treat them like kind of how they used to be treated, where they're the damsels in distresses or they're accessories to the male leads. And so maybe that's why they're going a bit more hardcore with Amy's independence and not including her like love for Sonic as much in the bios, because that's not all there is to her character. Which I'm down for. I'm completely down for that if that's their reasoning. However,
question is how she got Giant Hammer. Really, like she's can read the card and like would carry Giant Hammer.
Mayhaps. But the problem is, and we'll get to Rouge in a second, but that's more with her design than personality, because with Rouge, she's pretty much the same character she's always been. Like, character-wise, Rouge hasn't changed. She's always been goated like that. design-wise, she's changed. And I was going to say that it feels like Sega, whilst trying to not be misogynistic, are kind of still being a little bit misogynistic. I don't want to say misogynistic, but they're kind of teetering on that a little bit, in terms of like, you know, like covering Rouge's back, which, why the hell do that? I don't know. I don't know. Again, regarding this bio, I don't see many issues with it. I can understand probably why some people are a little bit iffy about it, but I think it's less to do with this specific bio and more to do with the overall way Amy has been written in recent years. Also the whole dislikes boredom, that's also very strange. I don't know why they put boredom. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Tails. Miles Tails per hour. Also, the renders. I know people have complained about the renders. I mean, yeah, they're old. There's not really much else. I mean, this one's been around for so many years. Oh my god, this one's old. Alright. Species fox, gender male, 80 centimeters. Likes machines / mint candy. Yep. Dislikes lightning. Again, they have his fear, his phobia here. Why is Sonic's phobia not there? That's so weird. Alright. Special ability, spins his 2 tails to fly. Hobby. Wait. Why don't we have hobbies for Amy and Sonic? Or special abilities for Sonic? These aren't consistent. I think if they, for something like this top bit, where it's like species, gender, height, weight, and all that, they need to be way more consistent. Because the problem is that they're not being consistent. It's changing between characters. Like here, Knuckles doesn't have hobbies. Why is Tails getting hobbies? All the characters have hobbies. Amy likes baking. She also likes boxing, as we've come to learn. Or kickboxing. I can't remember which one specifically. Oh, and hanging out with friends and all that. And you know, divination and tarot reading. Sonic's hobbies are reading, napping, running, hanging out with friends. Beating up Eggman, I wouldn't be surprised, would be his hobby. You know, like, all the characters have their own hobbies. It's so weird. It's so inconsistent. I just wish they would be consistent. Like, this bio, this top bit of Tails' bio is honestly how I would want everyone's to be, or at least the main video game casts. Maybe not like the lesser, like the, no, I don't want to say lesser characters, but like the characters that don't appear in a lot of games, like Chip. Maybe not having this much, but I don't know. It's a nitpick. So mechanical work, piloting mechs. Miles Tails per hour is a kind-hearted young fox with 2 tails. By spinning them like propellers, he can fly in the sky. Tails is also a brilliant inventor, mechanic, and pilot. He used to be bullied about his tails until a chance encounter with Sonic changed his life forever. One look at the hedgehog's blazing speed filled Tails with inspiration, and the fox took off after Sonic without a second thought. Since then, Sonic and Tails have shared countless adventures together, leveling up Tails' courage and confidence. Though Sonic still sees him as a lovable sidekick, Tails is growing into a hero in his own right. His smarts and skills make him an excellent teammate who's always there to lift up his friends. That's accurate. I mean, the only thing the reason why I was like, at the whole sidekick thing is that, like, this is definitely a nitpick. This is a nitpick, right? Because technically Tails has been a sidekick. Yeah, exactly, Shard. I like when like Sonic calls him little bro. Like, they have like a brotherly bond. It does make me a little bit sad that they're not they're not really talking about that anymore. But that's a nitpick, I would say, because again, he technically is a psychic. Or was, I guess, at this point, story-wise. But that's more so just a personal preference, I guess, at that point. Other than that, the bio's honestly the best one so far. And I won't be surprised if it's actually the best one of the entire, like, main core cast. yeah, no complaints really, other than, again, the Love Ball Psychic, that's a nitpick for me. Ooh, I actually kind of like this render. I like the posing. Alright, Echidna, male, 110. Likes fruit, especially grapes. Wait. Dislikes strong sunlight? Has that ever been established? Some of these haven't been established.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's not wrong. I mean, I don't mind if that's the case, but they haven't really done anything to showcase that. Wouldn't his dislike being people stealing the Master Emerald? Or thieves? Maybe thieves. Just leave it at that. No? You know what I mean? Am I crazy for that? At least he still loves grapes. Yeah, getting tricked. Like, that's such a weird... It's similar to Amy. Like, there's... rude. Hey, now. Hey, watch yourself. That's such a weird... It's like Amy. It's such a bizarre dislike. No, we're not to the well yet. That's so weird. Alright. I mean, sure, Sega. Again, this could be an indication of, like, the direction they plan on taking these characters. That will be implemented in future games. I don't know. It's just, as for right now, it's not very accurate, I guess, in terms of what we've been shown. I need to have a drink of water. Alright. Alright. Special abilities: digging, wall climbing, gliding, punching. Not to be a nerd. Actually, also he can pinpoint where the Master Emerald shards are. He can sense them in his feet. Oh god, but again, it's pretty accurate. Alright, Knuckles the Echidna is the steadfast guardian of the Master Emerald, living in solitude atop the floating continent. No, it's a continent? It's a continent? I mean, I guess. Known as Angel Island, as a descendant of the Echidna tribe, and the only one remaining with any degree of control over the massive gemstone's immense power, this fate falls to him alone. Wait, that's interesting.
He can also flare flames within his fists because of how fast he punches.
That's true. Hold on. The only one remaining with any degree of control over the massive gemstone's immense power. Why am I kind of like interested in that? Am I okay? Chat, let me know if you the flames of disaster. Let me know if you guys also feel I'm about to say.
He's also shits rocks. Yeah.
Let me know if you guys also get this impression when you hear this line. And the only one remaining with any degree of control over the massive gemstone's immense power. Why does that kind of sound like that is implying that he's actually not the only one still around? Is that just me? Wouldn't they just say the only remaining Echidna? Am I crazy for thinking that? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me over analyzing it. I do overthink a lot. But maybe it's just I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, a student of martial arts, Knuckles' fists are strong enough to shatter boulders with a single punch. He can even glide through the air and climb sheer walls. If those skills are used to their fullest in those special times, he's able to venture out as a world-class treasure hunter. If Sonic embodies the freewheeling wind, interesting word, then his friendly rival Knuckles is the immovable mountain. I appreciate that they still refer to Knuckles as his rival. I actually don't mind that. He's sincere, straightforward, and sometimes a little gullible. Dr. Eggman has taken advantage of these qualities in the past, yet no matter his prior mistakes, the honor-bound Knuckles always works to set things right in the end. Damn, this boy got tricked by Eggman, what, like maybe 3 times, and no one's letting him hear the end of it. No one's letting him hear the end of that shit. Christ. That is funny to think that, like, Sonic at the very least will give him constant shit over that. Right, other than that, it's fine. The only... Actually, hold on. Sorry, let me reread some of this.
Knuckles, grow a brain for crying out loud.
Christ. Oh, okay, no. So they mention he's a guardian. The only thing, and I think you guys know what I'm gonna say, the only thing I wish they mentioned more is him and Rouge. That's like a big part of his character. But other than that, I'm cool. I'm fine with it. I just this is more so just because, again, similar to how Amy's written, I'm not a fan of how this sounds so weird. I don't like how much Knuckles and Rouge kind of get along now. Is that just me? It feels like that their rivalry is kind of not existing much anymore. Even in Crossworlds, like their banter actually wasn't that amazing. There was no flirting with Rouge towards Knuckles. There was no Knuckles really getting flustered. I don't think, anyway. It's not as spicy anymore. There's no spark there. Let them punch each other. No, honestly. Honest to God. Their banter is funny in Sonic X. Exactly. Not even just Sonic X, but like Sonic 06. They're pretty fucking good banter. Even though it was like only a few moments. Sonic Rivals and Rivals 2. I don't know.
Knuckles got tricked in 3, Triple Trouble, Adventure, and Advanced 2 so like 4 times. Though in 3 he didn't know any of them, and in Adventure he was stressed and still more independent.
I wouldn't say the rivals, more like small acquaintances. What, Knuckles and Rouge? They're rivals! Rouge was literally made to be his rival. That was her whole, like, the reason why she was, I don't want to say the reason she was made, but the reason she was developed, and the reason why she, what is it? The reason why her fighting abilities are legs, to kind of counter Knuckles' fist, or boxing maneuvers. That's what I mean. So it's a little bit of a shame, but we'll see when we get to Rouge. It could be that with Rouge's bio, they mention Knuckles. We'll see. I think we're close to getting to her. But I just find that a little bit of a shame that they don't seem to be delving into their rivalry. But we'll see. Oh god, here we go. Alright, Shadow the Hedgehog. Male, 100 centimeters. Wait. Wait, what are these likes and dislikes? What are these likes and dislikes? Hello? I'm taking off my dressing gown. Give me a second. Hold on. We need to take off my dressing gown for this one.
Also, Sonic got tricked by Eggman twice to my knowledge in Adventure 2 and Unleashed.
Hold on. We gotta unpack this. Hold on. Hold on. Get this fucking thing out of the way. Oh. Sorry if you had static there. Alright, hold on. Stop the music. Hold on.
We got a new YouTube member.
Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Hold on, just give me a second. The fuck do you mean? The character, the Sonic character that has the most developed backstory out of all the cast, including the main character. What the hell do you mean? God, I really need a toggle for like a zoom in. What do you mean?
Looking Sonic characters correct.
Chappie, I need you to shush for a second. Boy. What the hell do you mean? That he likes nothing and dislikes all of humanity. What do you mean? Oh, okay, the whole likes nothing, I could probably bypass. Right? Even though, sorry, he likes eating coffee beans because he's a freak like that. But anyway. And his motorbike. Anyway. Dislikes all of humanity? I'm gonna... I'm about to crash out. I didn't think I'd be the Sonic fan. And he likes Lavender. And Sabrina Carpenter. Well, they can't put Sabrina Carpenter. But they could if they wanted to. I'm sorry. The dislikes is bugging me more than the likes. So Maria is nothing. Maria, too! That's crazy. Hold on. The whole dislikes all of humanity goes completely against, not to be this fucking, like, cringe of a Sonic fan, but it goes against pretty much SA2. Story-wise for him. And even Shadow the Hedgehog. And his whole thing with Maria. Who wrote these bios? But they're not even just who wrote them. Sega approved these. Nah, this is worse than Amy's one. Already. That's... I thought we were past this era of Shadow.
They made him such a grumpy and senseless individual with that.
This
lol.
this is kind of the Shadow... This is the type of Shadow that we got when Pontact and Graf were still writing for Sonic. Or at least like the localization. Dislikes all of humanity? So Maria and Gerald then? Fuck him, I guess? But not even that! Maria's last wish was literally, hey, look after humanity. Hey, protect them. Hey, you know, like, listen. Like, look after the world, the Earth, because I'm not able to go there. So it sucks. It's more
He
baffling.
also likes Kill La Kill.
I'm just kind of I'm surprised. I hope that they gotta fix that. Not all of humanity. Put Sonic or something. Just put dislike Sonic. Like, that will get a laugh. That will be funny. Done. Like, yes, is it a bit of a less serious answer? Is it a bit of a cheat, like a bit of like a what the fuck answer? It's better than saying all of humanity. I would sooner they have his dislikes be, he dislikes Sonic. Because he fucking does. He may respect Sonic, he don't fucking like the dude. That's crazy though. He cares for Region Omega, right? Yeah, but like, it's more the dislikes I'm focusing on. That's insane. I can't get over that. I think what's baffling me is the fact this is official. Right? No wonder some people got pissed off. Like... That's crazy. We haven't even gotten to the bulk of his, like, description yet. Nah. Alright, hold on. I need to... Let's read the rest of it. Let's see. Special abilities, Chaos Spear, Chaos Control, Chaos Blast, Chaos Spear. We know this. And also, I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't include the Doom powers from Shadow Generations. But I guess that was temporary. Anyway. Shadow the Hedgehog bears an uncanny resemblance to Sonic in both appearance and ability, marking the two hedgehogs as eternal rivals. Well, that kind of goes hard, actually. By harnessing the power of the Chaos Emerald, Shadow can bend space and time through his signature technique, Chaos Control. Created to be the ultimate life form by Professor Gerald, the brilliant grandfather of Dr. Eggman, Shadow is driven by neither good nor evil, rather then why does he not like... Why does he dislike all of humanity? You know what? Rather, he stands up to whatever he perceives as the greatest evil based on his own agenda, which occasionally puts him against Sonic and friends. What? I'm not seeing Maria's name here. Hold on. Disciplined and relentless, Shadow's pride demands perfection from himself and those around him. However distant and reserved he may be, his resolve runs deep. And when the world stands
he didn't have the Doom powers anymore.
Stands on the brink, he will do whatever it takes to protect it. Where's Maria? Where's Maria? There's no mention of Maria here. We literally just had a game about this with him and Maria. It's one thing to say he's moved on a little bit and he's got closure. That doesn't mean he forgets about her. Like, yeah, no arc back. We got a Gerald mention. So not only is it a case where apparently he likes nothing and dislikes all of humanity, so I guess he just doesn't like Maria based on this. There's just no mention of her. Like, the whole reason he fights against evil is because he wants to protect the world that Maria loved. This makes so much sense. Okay, is it actually confirmed that they are, like, by Sega themselves? Are they actually going to be changing these? Because Shadow's one is actually the worst one so far. Which is crazy, considering, like I said, he is literally the—
Dark Hog dislike this bio cause everything is wrong.
Shadow is literally the character, even more so than the main fucking character of this series, that is the most developed. That is the most deep backstory that has been rehashed multiple times at this point, mind you. Even to the point of a whole movie going over it again. You don't mention Maria? This got approved? Sega approved this? And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Honestly, the first two big paragraphs here are fine. The last paragraph I would change. Is he prideful? Sure. But to have no mention of Maria is a little bit disingenuous to his character. And again, like I said, it comes off like this is the kind of Shadow that we get in the, like, 2010s. Again, when Pontact and Graf were still—
And no mention Black Doom as Shadow's blood.
Yeah, no mention that he's a half alien. That's bizarre. We'll move on. But just, this is definitely going to be the one that I think people dislike the most, and I don't blame them. No Eggman yet? Hold on, where's Eggman? Why is Eggman all the way down there? I feel like Eggman should be, as much as I love Rouge, I feel like Eggman should be before Rouge. It's fine. You know what? We won't complain. Also, listen.
And nothing on Shadow's inhibitors.
Yeah, that as well. That's very weird. I was gonna say, probably a hot take, I guess. I really like this render of Rouge. I think it's cute. Yes, it's the one where her chest is more covered and the back's more covered. I still think it's cute. And honestly, like, yes, they pulled the top up, but she's still got titty. Like, you can see it. She's still got titty. Anyway, my point is, I like this render. I think she looks cute here. That's just me. All right. This is the one I'm scared about. Like, I'm scared. Alright, this is my girl. Alright, Bat, female, 105. Yeah, of course, weight is a secret, so why is it even there? Likes jewels. I would argue loves jewels, but I'll take the likes. Special ability. Oh, yes, they call it Screw Kick. Let's go. Man, they never fell, actually. I always appreciate that they kept that, because Screw Kick, I think, originated the name? I think? Or maybe it didn't. Maybe it originated from SA2. I was going to say, I'm wondering, because I thought it originated from Sonic X. But maybe it didn't. Maybe it originated from SA2. But anyway, I've always loved that name. I'm glad they've kept it. That's like her main thing.
Does her left wing look cropped to you?
Does it look cropped? Her left? No, it looks the same. It doesn't look cropped. I think it's just the angle. Right, let's look. Oh, God, I'm so scared of this. Rouge the Bat is an elite spy with a penchant for rare jewels. Specializing in high-stake missions for the likes of presidents and military commanders, she is alluring, self-assured, and always a step ahead of her opposition. Okay, I'm good with this. This is good. Don't see any mention of Knuckles. I'm not seeing Knuckles pop up. That's all Shadow for some reason. Alright. At first she might seem a bit shallow. This is not an accident. It's a coldly calculated ploy designed to give her every possible advantage. I actually like that. That's actually pretty. I like that. That's pretty sick. Though not completely unscrupulous, her moral compass is firmly pointed towards making sure that she comes out on top. Yeah. She is a formidable ally and reserves her greatest efforts for acquiring what she values most, exotic gemstones. Not bad, but definitely missing parts. No mention of her rivalry. So they're just not doing the rivalry of Knuckles and Rouge anymore? I really hope that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case, because that takes away from both her and Knuckles. I would argue more so Knuckles than Rouge. Because at least with Rouge, she has, like, you know, the spy stuff and everything. But, like, the whole rivalry with her and Knuckles, it gave Knuckles more to do when it was just Sonic and Tails going out doing their own thing. Yeah, no mention of the Master Emerald. No mention of Knuckles. No mention of Shadow and Omega. Yeah. I mean, GUN, it's not really been mentioned for her for a good few years at this point, which I'm fine with. I like that she's more freelance now. The GUN thing was, I would say, definitely, that definitely came more from Sonic X and translated a bit, like, into Sonic 06 onwards. Because in SA2, whilst, yes, she worked for the President, they never stated that she was actually, I don't think... Did Shadow call her? Wait. I'm trying to think of the scene where Shadow confronts Rouge. Hold on. You're that government spy, Rouge. So yeah, he doesn't say you're that GUN spy or gun spy, Rouge. So actually in SA2, it's never really said that she's with Gun. Again, that was definitely more so something they explored in Sonic X. And that translated into, like, the comics and games. So I don't mind it kind of going back to her being more freelance. So she doesn't necessarily... She's not, like, full-time employed by them. But she's kind of, like... Yeah, like, contracted. But anyway. Yeah, it's a shame. I'm also sad that they seem to have now gotten rid of her and Knuckles' rivalry. Man... That sucks. Cause yeah, do they even do it in the IGW comics? Actually, they've done it like a couple of times, but I don't think they really do anything like a lot with them. Man, that sucks. I've always loved their rivalry. I don't like that they're getting rid of that. I don't see the reason for them to do it. Was it because of the sexual tension aspect of it? Because if that's the case, then I'd fucking argue that Sonic and Shadow got that sexual tension going on. I'm just fucking saying, listen. Like, that sucks. Sexual? No, because that was kind of like a running joke with Knuckles and Rouge, is that there was like sexual tension between them because, you know, they would fight over the Master Emerald, but she would like flirt with him, he would get embarrassed and everything. Like, even if, even in Sonic X, the original, like, Japanese version, she would, like, full on, like, hints sex at him, and he gets embarrassed. That's just a shame. And it's also a bit of a shame that they also have gotten rid of the whole Team Dark aspect of her. Sega prefers Yaoi. Hey, happy well, it's not Pride anymore, but happy Pride. It's just a shame. It is a shame. But again, like I said with Amy, maybe it's just more of a case they want it to be more focused on her rather than the male characters in her story. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't pretend to know what goes on behind closed doors at Sega. It's just a shame. I would have liked it if they delved more into like her and Knuckles' banter, and her and Shadow and Omega's like, even if they're not friends anymore, apparently according to Sega, alliance, I guess, or team. It is what it is. Again, for the most part, I think she's got a pretty decently written bio. It just suffers from stuff being missed out. In terms of what we got, I think it's good. It's in character for her. I really like it a lot.
Shadow and Rouge were copy/pasted from Sonic X bio.
Wait, were they? Hold on, if that's the case, then Sonic X especially delved into her and Knuckles. Like, bantering and flirting. And I'm pretty sure in the Sonic X bio, it says that she has a crush on Knuckles, no? Okay. Also, Jack Dow, thank you for the $1.99 dollar super chat on YouTube. That's so weird. If that is actually from Sonic X, and they mentioned the Knuckles crush. I don't think the bios are still up, are they? Sonic X bios. Sorry, I got like 2 arm splints on at the moment. No, I don't want the fucking AI thing. I don't think they have them up anymore. No, they don't. They just got the wikis. Because I think I know what people mean. Oh, did someone translate them?
Oh, hi, Scar.
That's so weird. Anyway, the point is, it's just, I just find it a bit of a shame. Arm splints, dude, what happened? Oh, hey, Scar. Don't worry about it. That's so weird. Again, like I said, just purely based on just this bio, other than the missing out on Shadow and Knuckles for Rouge and the Master Emerald, it's honestly a solid bio for Rouge. Again, like personality-wise, in my opinion, I know I actually made a whole YouTube video on this if you guys want to see that. What is it? Personality-wise, I would argue that Rouge has been consistent. It's just design-wise, they've toned it down. I feel like Sega trying not to put Amy and Rouge in a mold, risking putting themselves in another mold. No, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Do you guys know the meme with Boom Knuckles being a feminist? About how being like, you know, putting a spotlight on women being independent or something. I forgot the exact quote. But he pretty much is saying, like, by heavily focusing on, like, we're being feminist and we're not being misogynistic. And, like, implying that there is need for a change or something. It was something. What was the fucking quote? Hold on. Sonic Boom Knuckles feminist. There we go. What's the exact quote? I don't want to get a video up. I just want to get... Oh, God, we're going to go on Reddit. You know, Amy, anytime someone calls attention to the breaking of gender roles, it ultimately undermines the concept of gender equality by implying that this is an exception and not the status quo. Yeah, so, yeah, it's pretty much going, like, it's saying that, you know, if it should be a normal thing, it shouldn't be, like, an exception. It shouldn't be this grand thing that you have to point out. But anyway, Rouge, again, solid. I just wish that they mentioned Knuckles and Shadow a bit more. Raptor. Just because of me, I just made out my feminist. Let me just look. Put a spotlight on women being independent kind of undermines it in concept. I mean, I don't mind the fact that they want to make Amy and Rouge, Rouge has always been independent. Let's get that straight. I know I just said that she was made to be a rival to Knuckles. That's not all there is to her character. You know what I mean? Like, she's always been independent. Always. Ever since she debuted. Amy, obviously, but not as much. And it's not that I don't mind
Why
them.
is Vector not with his crew?
I don't mind them making Amy especially more independent. And even with Rouge with her bio, like, not mentioning Knuckles and Shadow as much, because yes, in the past, her bio was filled with, like, mentioning 2 male characters, and Amy, it's mentioned with 1 male character. But again, it just kind of... I don't know, maybe... It's hard to say, because, like, this is just coming from my perspective, and my perspective as a woman. That I never minded the whole, like, their interactions with the male characters massively. But I can see the intent with Sega. It's just, it potentially could make them a little bit not as interesting, I guess, as they used to be. But again, with the whole Knuckles and Rouge thing, I would argue it makes it gives less for Knuckles to do. And less things for Knuckles to have in his own mini story. You're a woman? Okay. Okay. That was me. That was hateful. But anyway. Twitch, are we outside of ads, by the way? Actually, I'm gonna take my splint.
But what about other like Sally, Surge, Whisper and etc.?
Well, Sally's not in the series. Like, she was only in the comics and the TV show. But even, you know, she had more to do outside of that. Like men. Even though she wasn't written super well. Surge is pretty I mean, she's got the whole thing against Sonic, but like, for the most part, she's actually no, but she's got Starline too. Whisper, she's got Tangle, so you know, that's another woman. Sorry, you're gonna hear like Velcro. You ready? I gotta take the splints off for a second because like, because it's getting a bit itchy. Ooh. Take them off for a bit. I've had them on for about like what, like an hour and a half, so I can have a bit of a break from them. Ugh. Arm scratch. No, I'm not scratching my arm. It's the Velcro from my arm splints. Oh, that actually feels. Oh god, they're so itchy. You know when like, I mean, I've never broken a bone, or had to wear a cast or anything like that, but I've heard that apparently gets like so itchy. Oh, god, I feel so naked now in my arms. My arms feel so naked. Anyway, Vector. Gender male, 180, 200, likes money, performing live music, bubblegum, vanilla. Yeah, it really seems like they're not trying to delve too much on like relationships. Maybe that's why they didn't mention her. Oh, they didn't mention her and Knuckles. It feels like they're not wanting to highlight romantic relationships too much. I mean, with the Sonic fandom, I can't say I blame them. I can't blame them. Though Vector and Vanilla has always been the one ship that I think everyone likes. I don't think it's been a ship where people have had discourse over them. But anyway, bubblegum. I like that. They include the bubblegum. Just like the office landlord. That's good. See, why can't we have funny ones like for Shadow? Like, he doesn't like Sonic or dislikes Sonic. Anyway, special ability deduction. Hell yeah. I love that. The office landlord. Can we meet the office landlord? Can we meet them? Can they be a character? Vector the Crocodile is the head honcho of the Chaotix Detective Agency. Hell yeah. He's an optimistic gumshoe they love using gumshoe. They love it. Oh my god, especially in the Chaotix case files. They loved using that. My god, I have a shot every time they said that. You'd be passed out by the end of it. Who is equal parts ace investigator and big-hearted boss. He's strong and dependable in a fight, maybe a bit too quick to get into one. Yet beneath the bravado, he's a reliable leader with a sharp analytical mind to back it up. More often than not, when it comes to mysteries, it's Vector's deductions that tend to crack the case. With the Chaotix perpetually low on funds, mood, honestly, you know. I relate. Vector is crazed for money and always looking for the next paying job. Well, I'm not crazed for money, but I mean the like low on funds bit. Always looking for the next paying job, but he draws the line at anything illegal or dishonest, no exceptions. That said, Vector often winds up saddled with pro bono work due to his soft spot for underdogs and sub-stories. That big old heart of his getting the Chaotix into trouble and ultimately putting them right back where they started. I've said this before. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Maybe I didn't. Oh wait, I don't think I have said this before.
Indeed, that's why you have a gumshoe title, Detective Nicole Gumshoe.
Oh god. What was I gonna say? In my opinion, Vector has been the most consistently well-written Sonic character out of the main cast. Was it? There was like one of those memes, or like the oh god, what do you call it? Like Sonic themed. I guess memes. Like, you know when like you put down like favorite character, underrated character, overrated character, and then there was one that said best written character. You know what I mean? I did that a little bit ago on Twitter, and I put Vector as the best written character. And it's honestly because he is the most consistent. There's never been, even in Sonic X, he was consistent.
Vector also knows that the circle button does.
You know, Sonic X he was consistent, in Heroes he was consistent, now he's consistent. He's never really had a moment of, that's out of character for Vector. You know what I mean? Like, he's always been in character. They've never had moments, in my opinion, anyone's feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, other than, like, his debut, obviously, but that's because, you know, classic Sonic era. He's just always been accurate. Even in the worst Sonic games. Other than 06, oddly enough, he actually didn't appear in 06. But anyway. And even in Sonic Boom, he was pretty accurate. You know what I mean? Like, consistently they get him right. Which is why I say that he's the best written Sonic character. Just because they know how to write him. There's never been a moment where he's had bad writing. Even in Sonic X, even in Sonic Boom. Would he have probably had bad writing in 06? Honestly, probably not. You know what I mean? And that to me is what makes a really well-written character. Is that not only is he likable, but not only does he have look at all the likes. He has the most likes. And the look at how big his bio is. You know what I mean? And how much they put in there, they didn't miss anything. Probably the only thing they missed mentioning was Espio and Charmy, but even then he mentions the Chaos Detective Agency. And sure, the only thing they missed out as well is Vanilla, but again, that could, if they're going down the path of not wanting to talk about romantic relationships, fair enough. They don't need to mention it. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But I've always felt that with Vector. He's definitely been the most... I know I said that Rouge has always been consistent, but even she's had her moments. Like in the Archie comics, before the Genesis wave, she wasn't written that well. They definitely wrote her as a very mean girl stereotype. But again, even in the Archie comics, as far as I can remember, Vector was written how he's written, he was written consistent. And in character. Again, maybe that's just me. But nah, this is probably one of the best bios, if not the best bio, so far. Him and Tails, Vector and Tails have had the best bio. Sorry, Scar, because I know I'm glazing Tails a little bit, but you know, they've both had the best written bios so far. And obviously the worst bio being Shadow. Shadow's got the worst one so far. Amy being a close second worst. But anyway, Silver. Hedgehog Male. Oh, wait. Likes Peaceful Worlds, Blue Sky. Oh. He also likes apples. Anyway, dislikes Evil and Iblis. See, that's a good dislike. Where was this for some of the, Shadow and everything? Oh, you know what? I need to stop harping on about Shadow and how bad his bio was. Special ability psychic powers. Alright, Silver the Hedgehog is a time-traveling hero from the future who wields extraordinary powers, with a psychokinetic ability to manipulate and launch objects using only his mind. Silver possesses skills that put him on equal footing with Sonic and Shadow. His unyielding optimism and strong sense of justice means he'll never give up hope, even against impossible odds. Earnest to a fault, the kind and pure-hearted Silver is willing to put his life on the line for the sake of the world and the happiness of the people in it. That's a solid bio. That is Silver. Why don't they have the actual ages anymore? Yeah, they've gotten rid. They've not done the ages or established ages now for the characters for what, like a year or two now? Actually, probably more than that. They've done it for a while now. This has been, this is a well-written bio. This is accurate. This is another solid bio. Not many notes, really, other than probably it would have been nice for them to put apples in the likes, but I really like his likes and dislikes here. I think it suits him. So yeah, no, I'm honestly good with that. Please! I like this render, that's a cute render. Wait, I'm not telling you that. Why do they... If they really don't want to put down the weight for the female characters, that's fine, but maybe just don't have the weight as a thing. I don't get why the weight's a thing, actually, for any of the characters. Oh, you know what, it's fine. Dislikes heights. That's accurate. Where's her likes? Sure. Special ability controlling flames. Blaze the Cat is a visitor from another dimension. She is Princess of the Soul Empire and Guardian of the Soul Emeralds. And when her people are threatened, she leaps into action without hesitation to protect them. A master of flames with all 7 soul emeralds, she transforms into Burning Blaze, a superpowered version of herself that's similar to Supersonic. While Blaze...
Oh look, it's your sister Mother, but now they mess up her bio again.
God damn it. Never be in those allegations. While Blaze may seem calm and composed on the surface, her fiery emotions are occasionally visible through the cracks. Most of the time, though, her dedication to duty causes an air of reserve that makes her come across as shy. However, since meeting Sonic and others, she's learned that she doesn't have to do everything on her own, and that problems can often be solved through the power of teamwork. That's a pretty, again, another solid bio. That's similar to Silver, there's not really any notes, to be honest. Because Nicole, girl characters are always self-conscious of her weight, god damn it. Solid bio, but where are her likes? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure she likes tea. She likes drinking tea, like tea pies, no? But yeah, other than that, it's, yeah, other than where the likes are and the whole stupid weight thing that Sega have been doing that for like decades at this point now. Yeah, honestly, solid buyer. Here he is, finally, after how many characters? Like, he's the 10th character. My god, we still have so many more chat. We have so many more to get through. Alright. Dr. Eggman. Why is his blood type there? Why? Why is his blood type there? Why do we need to know? Why is that relevant? None of the other characters have blood types, and even if they did, why does it matter? What? Maybe because he's the only human? Hold on then. Hold on, because there's also Gerald and Maria. Is Maria's blood type there? No? She doesn't. Wow, she doesn't even get likes and dislikes. What about Gerald? No. So why the hell does he have a blood type? No one else has blood types. The IQ, sure, that's like an iconic part of his character.
Oh look, it's the fat egg. Hopefully he didn't piss on the moon again.
Why does he have a blood type? That's just funny. My blood type is O negative, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, blood type B, for those who were all like 5 fans who were curious. IQ 300, we knew that. Likes machines and fried chicken. Has that been established? He likes eating bananas. We found that out in Sonic X. Like, when has fried chicken been a thing for him? Hello? Sure, I mean, listen. I got no issue with that. But, like, it's just not really been established before. Yeah, like sandwiches. We've seen it you know what, it's fine. Apparently talking about blood types is a common thing in Japan, and it relates to someone's personality. Blood type, type B blood is associated with an active, independent, and creative personality. But my question is, why don't the other Sonic characters have that? He's literally the only one. Nah, you know, it's fine.
Are they just throwing random things now?
I don't know. Alright, he's got a long bio. Dr. Eggman is an evil genius perpetually pursuing his plans of world domination. Although his real name is Dr. Ivo Robotnik, Sonic started calling him Eggman as a joke. However, he took the name in stride and claimed it as his own, and he's been calling himself Dr. Eggman ever since. Really good so far. I'm glad that they mentioned that. They don't... It feels like they haven't really mentioned the fact that Eggman was originally Sonic being a dickhead to him. Like, being mean. So I like that they included that. Flaunting an IQ 300, it's undeniable that he's an exceptional scientist with an obvious passion for robotics.
Dark Hog was right. The doctor eats fried chicken cause he caught him leaving KFC after stealing the KFC chicken buckets.
Damn. Obvious passion for robotics, but his mind is misguided, as Eggman has no concerns about causing harm to others, and all of his nefarious plots revolve revolve around establishing an empire that remakes society in his own egotistical image. He takes pride in his work, which is why he's also quick to throw a tantrum when things don't go his way. Even after being thwarted by Sonic again and again, he never gives up. He's nothing if not persistent. Despite it all, somewhere deep inside his twisted heart, he has a begrudging fondness for that pesky blue hedgehog. That's pretty accurate. I'd say it's pretty accurate. Yeah, not really. Other than the whole like blood type thing, I don't really. It's a pretty solid bio for him. Yeah, solid one again. Wow, 4 consistently solid bios, and then we go back to this one, which is so ugh. All right. Why is Omega so small? Small Omega. Dislikes Dr. Eggman. I mean, it's accurate. What is his likes? He likes blowing shit up and destroying Eggman robots. Wouldn't his likes being destroying Eggman robot? You know what? Special abilities: Omega Machine Gun, Omega Fire, Omega Missile, Omega Launcher. E123 Omega is the final and most powerful of Dr. Eggman's E-Series robots. A walking and talking arsenal, Omega utilizes a wide array of weapons to destroy his foes with overwhelming firepower. Shortly after being assembled, he was sealed away in a vault by Dr. Eggman, leading the robot to deeply resent his maker for his cruel imprisonment. Hold on. Wasn't he in there to guard Shadow? He was in there as like because Shadow was in the pod, and he was in there as like a security robot, no? I mean, he was still locked up, but like, oh, you know what? Eventually freed from captivity by Shadow and Rouge. Technically Rouge, but you know, whatever. Omega's new mission became clear. First, prove superiority by eliminating all of Eggman's lesser creations, and then mete out punishment to the man himself. Which, I mean, again, solid bio for the most part, but why wouldn't his likes... They need to be more consistent with the top bit of these bios. Not many notes, though. Cream, that's a cute render. Cream. Likes television, especially... Hold on. Her weight's there. I guess because it's like a womanly thing to be like, wait, a lady doesn't reveal her weight. I don't know. Anyway, television, especially the next show. Sure. Soft serve ice cream. Cream is a kind-hearted young adventurer known for her insatiable curiosity. Raised with impeccable manners by her mother, Vanilla. Oh, Vanilla mention. She approaches everyone with equal respect. She's even charmingly polite to evildoers. It's her nature to be friendly to all creatures, but Cream always gives her best effort and is brave when she needs to be, proving that even the sweetest heroes can be strong too. In addition to being able to fly by flapping her large ears, she's typically accompanied by her little chow companion, Cheese. Together they're a formidable duo with a tag team attack that can reduce Dr. Eggman's toughest robots to bits of scrap. Yeah, I mean...
Where's her dislikes?
Yeah, I thought her dislikes would be bullies and meanies. For sure. Yeah, I mean, other than that, what's the next show? Hold on. Wait. Sonic the next show. Oh my god, wait, that's a Sonic X. Wait. Go away. That's the Sonic X show. Huh. I'm starting to think that whole thing about like them taking some of these bios directly from the Sonic X bios is accurate, to be honest. Alright. Yeah, no. A decent bio. Big. Best friend hold on. Why are we now adding best friends? This is what I mean. They're not accurate with some of these.
That's one way to said Cream watch Barney and Friends. It's
Like-
crazy too because Sonic X hasn't relevant in years.
But like, why is they not adding best friends into the? Oh, you know what? You know what? I need to stop like thinking too hard on this. Oh god. Best friend Froggy, favorite food fish. Oh, excuse me. Big the Cat's laid-back fisherman who prefers quiet days by the water to high-speed action. He lives his lazy days in search of the next great catch, enjoying the wonders of nature with his best buddy Froggy. An easygoing and gentle giant, his favourite pastimes are eating, sleeping, and fishing. Although not one to seek out adventure, Big doesn't hesitate to use his size and strength if his friends are ever in trouble. He's not always around, but keep an eye out as Big seems to show up in the unlikeliest of times and places. Yeah, I mean... Big theme intensifies. I mean, that's just, yeah, accurate. Not many notes. That's why it's so crazy that they get characters like Big right, but not Shadow? Very strange. Alright. SBO! Training, Dango, dislikes injustice. Special ability, ninjutsu. Oh, he's got a lengthy one. With his trademark horn and curly spiked tail, Espio the Chameleon is the cool-headed strategist of the Chaotic Detective Agency. He's genuinely the voice of reason in the group, contrasting with all the gas and no-brakes energy of the others. As an investigator, Espio brings steady focus to the otherwise happy-go-lucky Chaotix. He maintains his calm demeanor at all times, but underneath he's secretly brimming with excitement as they embark on their dangerous missions that will challenge his skills. Being a disciplined student of ninjutsu, Espio believes there's beauty to be found in the shadows, and while his leaf spell technique is effective in rendering him invisible, the concentration required can be interrupted with just one poorly timed sneeze, breaking the illusion and revealing his position. His other abilities like wall walking, spin jumping, and kunai throwing are also ready at a moment's notice. Yeah. He's also a bit of a nerd, actually, we found out. They got my boy right? Yeah. Again, honestly, not really much to say. Solid. Yeah, he is solid. Solid bio. Again, I say Vector, but honestly, all of the Chaotix have been written. Well, Espio, I'm trying to think of the Archer comics. Actually, no, in the Archer comics, Espio is a little bit wish-washy. But game-wise, he's pretty solid. Right. Charmy! Likes flower nectar, anything sweet. Dislikes studying, boredom. Yeah, see, boredom fits Charmy more than Amy. I can't get over that her dislike is boredom. Let's see. A special ability playing? Hold on. Her special ability, or his special ability would be stinging, no? Anyway, Charmy B is small, speedy, and buzzing with youthful excitement. He loves to goof around with his friends, and his favourite playground is the office of the Chaotic Detective Agency. Enthusiastic and scatterbrained, he's the type to leap without looking, often pulling the team into dangerous situations where he's in over his head. His naive directness means he'll just blurt out whatever comes to mind, which can get him into trouble, but that bluntness sometimes offers insights that simply would never occur to anyone else. All told, he keeps the team's morale high with his high optimism and sunny personality. Charmy tops off his high-flying style with a custom flight suit and helmet. He can be easy to underestimate based on his size, but the stinger in his rear serves as a painful reminder of his strength on those rare occasions where he gets mad enough to use it. Again, pretty solid. Again, the Chaotix tend to be the most, accurate. Making flowers bloom like in Heroes. I think that's what the flower nectar is, I'm assuming, is referring to. So funny. His special skill ability is playing. That's actually really funny. But yeah, no, the Chaotix tend to be the most, with these bios, they tend to be the most accurate and consistent. So no notes. Jet the Hawk. Alright. Likes treasure himself. That's good. That's good. I'm already impressed. I've already liked this bio. That's very accurate. He does like himself a lot. Dislikes anyone faster than him, any more confident than him. Yeah, again, accurate. Special abilities. Oh god, I'm gonna mispronounce this. Bashonen attacks? I think that's the fans. Jet the Hawk is the proud leader of the trio known as the Babylon Rogues. He relishes his role as a delinquent but feels a sharp obligation to excel in all that he does. He also strives to live up to his role as the Rogues' big boss. He's a capable leader and the driving force for the team, but his success owes a lot to the patience and acceptance of his companions Wave and Storm. Wouldn't say that Storm's patient, but sure. Jet's been called the legendary Wind Rider, or Master, due to his peerless skills as an extreme gear racer. Competitive to a fault, Jet is a sore loser. Yeah, he's a sore loser. And a sore winner, to be honest. Truly the worst thing he can imagine is the embarrassment of not winning. Still, he makes no effort to hide his rivalry with Sonic and is always eager for a chance to compete with the Hedgehog for the title of World's Fastest. Yeah, again, pretty accurate. The only thing I would say is that they're missing out on the fact that he wants to live up to his father's legacy. I mean, granted, they've not really talked about that for a while. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. A pretty solid buyer. Got no complaints really. Other than, it would have been nice if they mentioned his dad more, but it is what it is. Wave. Likes treasure, mechanical know-how. Just like stupidity. That's really fun. That is true. And clumsiness. Also, I would say brashness. Or people, or like brash people. Or meatheads. Special abilities. Extreme gear tune-ups, attacking with wrenches and other tools. Wave the Swallow is the brains of the Babylon Rogues. She's the group's gifted mechanic and master strategist. As an expert in extreme gear technology, Wave is critical to the group's success. She builds, fine-tunes, and upgrades every machine to peak performance. Outspoken, analytical, and highly intelligent, she's completely confident in her decisions. Getting opinions from others is a waste of everybody's time, especially hers. Wave outwardly shows respect to Jet as the leader of the Rogues, but in truth, she views him like a little brother who needs her guidance and protection. That's really sweet, actually. Wait. That's actually really sweet. I like that last bit. Damn, sorry to anyone that ships Jet and Wave, though. Yikes. I like that. That's cute. I like that. Yeah, again, it's pretty consistent. Yeah, it's not really anything I would... the only thing, if I had to nitpick, the only thing missing would be her butting heads with Storm a lot of the time. But, again, a solid buyer. Storm likes treasure and Jet. Yeah, that's accurate. Dislikes threats to the Babylon Rogues. Yep, he is loyal. Special ability, super strength attacks like palm strikes and clap attacks. Storm the Albatross is the muscle of the Babylon Rogues. He may not be the brightest, but he's huge and really, really strong. Storm's best ability is his loyalty to Jet. Honestly, yeah, true. Although it's his worst quality too, that blind devotion combined with his...
Sorry, no shipping Jet and Wave. They are brother and sister team with Storm as a guard dog.
I mean, listen, people are welcome to ship Wave and Jet. I'm not gonna start, like, policing if people can ship them or not. There's obviously certain ships where it's, like, problematic. So, like, ships like Sonic and Cream, no, that's creepy. But Jet and Wave, I think for the most part, is okay. I was more so saying, like, sorry to anyone that ships them, because the official bio is like, oh, she sees him like a little brother, and it's like, oh, yikes. Where was I? The blind devotion combined with his quick temper usually leads to trouble for everyone, and then Jet is furious with him when all he was trying to do was help. Nonetheless, Storm is so charmingly simple that it's tough to stay mad at the big guy for long. Yeah, again, all three of them. Wow, the Chaotix and the Babylon Rogues, why are they like the most consistent in terms of writing? Yikes. Jet could be speed, Wave, flight, and Storm strength. Pretty much. I think that's literally how they did it in the Sonic Riders games. Supersonic. Flying speed, sublight speed. Supersonic is Sonic's invincible form, achieved by combining the power of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. In its glowing golden state, all of Sonic's abilities are massively enhanced, including his speed and strength. Plus, he's able to fly freely in the sky. His power is unmatched, but the tremendous amount of energy required to sustain this transformation means he can only remain Super Sonic for a short time. Yeah, I mean, basically. not much to say. Beep, beep. We need the Werehog theme. Wait, am I able to like get the Werehog theme? Let's see. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Alright. Hedgehog, male, 125 centimeters, 60 kilograms. Special abilities, arm stretching attacks, pole climbing. That's a special ability? Sure. Oh, excuse me. Sonic the Hedgehog was a temporary transformation that Sonic endured as a result of one of Dr. Eggman's dastardly traps. At sunset every night, Sonic would change into this brutish form. He sprouted fangs and razor-sharp claws, and thick fur covered his entire body. As the Werehog, Sonic lost his speed in exchange for immense strength that made him truly formidable in close combat and extendable arms that came in handy for climbing and acrobatics. He may have looked wild, but even if in this cursed incarnation, it was always the same old Sonic inside. I mean, accurate. Like, it's... Come on now. Come on now. Chow. Gender none. Height varies. Weight varies. Various fruits. Chow are curious life forms, small, delicate, and adorably playful. They are a species of beloved companions who never fail to warm the hearts of those lucky enough to encounter them. Usually found living near clean water, Chow develop unique traits and personalities based on both the creatures they interact with and the specific care they receive. These changes allow them to fully adapt to their environment and live carefree wherever a Chow garden may be. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say. To be honest. I had British form? God damn. I said brutish, didn't I? I was gonna say though, the Werehog, I mean, accurate. There's not many notes. Omo Chow. Omo Chow are like toy. So it's not. Oh. Interesting. Are toy-like helper robots. I mean, I guess it has been confirmed that there's multiple Omo Chows. It's not like one of them. They occasionally appear to provide commentary, guidance, and who knows what else. Speaking with a bright, chirpy tone, Omo Chow rather persistently proffer. I think they meant offer. I think there's a typo there. Oh, never mind. Means to present, propose, or hold something out for someone to accept or reject. Oh, it is a word. Timely tips to Sonic and friends during their adventures. Who created Omo Chow? It wasn't Dr. Eggman. Actually, nobody knows where they came from. It's true that there are a lot of Omo Chow, but how they were made, by whom, and for what purpose, all remain mysteries. I never considered that. I actually never considered that. Yeah, because Eggman wouldn't have made them. That is really interesting. But I kind of like the mystery of it. Maybe one day they'll actually reveal it. But who knows? Who knows? But yeah, other than that, yeah, decent bio. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't mention Omo Chow being annoying. But... No! Wait, but Chip. Let's play again. But it's for Chip. Species unknown. I thought he was a Chihuahua. No? I thought Chip was a Chihuahua. Gender unknown? I thought Chip was a he. Interesting. Interesting. Height 45, weight 5 kilograms. Likes tasty food. Dislikes being hungry. Accurate. Chip was a mysterious character who had lost all... Oh, but hold on. Gender unknown, but they still use he, him? Sure. He lost all of his memories. On their first encounter, Sonic noticed one thing right away. This little guy loved to eat chocolate chip sundae supremes. That's how he got his name, and thereafter, Chip always kept a stash of chocolates for his insatiable appetite. He joined Sonic on a journey across the globe as a cheerful and energetic companion, usually romping around without a care, but there were times where Chip displayed a strange power and a unique connection to the planet. As his memories returned, so too did the truth about his purpose. I like that they kept it a mystery. I actually kind of like that. I was about to say, like, I wonder if they're going to mention the whole light guy thing. But I actually kind of like that they kept it a mystery. I kind of like that. Yeah, good bio. God damn. Again, why couldn't Shadow have had a decent bio like this? But sure. Fine. Yaka gets a bio. Okay. Wisp unknown, gender unknown. Actually, how far are we in now? I think we're like halfway through, no? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we got 20 more. Alright. Yaka is a wisp and denizen of the faraway planet Wisp. There are many different types of wisps, each with their own distinct coloring and strange powers. Yaka is a white wisp, so his speciality is speed. Yaka meant Sonic and Tails when they rescued him from, again, with the gender unknown, but the... sure. Eggman's trap, after which he joined the duo on a mission to save his fellow wisps from the Doctor's clutches. Although he doesn't speak their language, Sonic and Tails initially understood him through his empathetic gestures, revealing a sunny personality. Over the course of their adventure, Yaka became fast friends with Sonic and Tails, proving bravery needs no translation. Interesting. Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised Yaka got a bio, but sure. But the whole reason why I keep bringing up the whole gender unknown thing, before it gets taken out of context, it's not that I'm against it, it's literally I'm just confused why they say gender unknown for Yaka and Chip, but then use pronouns for them. Because I would have thought that they would have said, like, they would refer to Chip and Yaka as they. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's very confusing. A lot of these bios are very confusing. So, who knows? Who knows why they put the gender as unknown, even though they seem to call them by specific pronouns. I don't know. Arium. Species sheep. Oh, I thought Arium was like a ram. Like a sheep. Gender unknown. Okay. How much you want to bet they're going to give Arium she, her pronouns though? How much you want to bet? Arium is the devoted guardian of the mysterious realm known as the Reverie. As a dream reaver... Oh! Wait, they actually... Interesting. So for Arium they use non-binary pronouns. But why not then for Chip and Yaka? That's very weird. Anyway, they take their responsibilities extremely seriously. Also, the first non-binary Sonic character. Okay. Okay, Arium, let's go. They take their responsibilities extremely seriously, always maintaining a calm and cool disposition. They appear quite youthful, but not as... but as a being that only exists in dreams, they actually do not age, and in fact they've been alive for thousands of years. Until recently, Arium's only concern was fulfilling the duties they were created for, and they did it alone. But now, after sharing the adventures of Sonic and the others, a new sense of kindness and appreciation for companionship has blossomed in their heart, having grown especially close to their friend Cream. Wow, it would have been nice if everyone could have played that game. That's interesting that they don't include their age then. But sure. Okay, I think that's a good bio. Why not? There's not much I can say about Arium because I haven't played Dream Team. But from what I gathered, it's accurate. Yeah. Dodonpa. Species Tanuki, gender male. Dodonpa is a Tanuki who rules the Donpa Kingdom as its king, while also serving as president of Donpa Motors, the top automotive company in the universe. He's carefree and detached, yet strong-willed, upbeat, and also a bit of a trickster. It's safe to say Dodonpa marches to the beat of his own drum. For instance, he once held a race to test an experimental engine without telling Sonic and the others who he truly was, and without revealing his real motivations. It just goes to show that things may not always be what they seem when you're dealing with a sly character. Yeah, I mean, Dodonpa honestly is a character that, like, I don't mind in the franchise nowadays. He's just a little guy. I think he serves his purpose as like a spin-off character. Similar to Arium, I guess. Yeah, not really much to say. I think it's pretty accurate with him. Yeah. Maria! Alright. human female. Maria Robotnik, granddaughter of Professor Gerald and cousin of Dr. Eggman. What? Damn, not the was. I mean, yeah, was a brilliant young woman born with an incurable disease. Yeah, I don't know if I would say woman. I would have said girl, but sure. I'm pretty sure Maria's like, when she died, she was 12 to 14, I think. So kind of like pre-teen, teen years. Anyway, eventually moved to the space colony Ark. Maria lived where her condition was more manageable and where her grandfather could perform tests and research to hopefully find a treatment. Yeah, because the Ark slowed down her disease. The space station is also where she met Shadow, who was born in one of their laboratories. For a while, the two grew up together, almost like a brother and sister. Oh, see, why couldn't we have had this in Shadow's bio? Like a brother and sister. Until one day, without warning, there was an unfortunate incident and Maria was tragically killed. They just straight up say killed. Interesting. In life, she possessed a profound compassion and wished for a world where everyone could be happy. Maria's gentle strength and optimism left a lasting impression on those who knew her, particularly Shadow. Then why wasn't it in his bio? Why is it that his dislikes are all of humanity and that he likes nothing? The bios are so inconsistent. Like, super inconsistent. That makes Shadow's bio worse, I think. That's so... Come on, Sega. I agree. Alright, Gerald Robotnik. Professor Gerald Robotnik was a super scientist who designed the space colony Ark, where he created Shadow, the ultimate life form. During his time, he was considered the greatest genius in the world. Before we continue, how much you want to bet? How do you guys think they're going to include the fact that he was killed by firing squad? I don't think they will, but we'll see. A polymath who excelled in several disciplines, his research towards the end of his life focused on the research for immortality in the hope of saving his sickly granddaughter Maria. Sadly, the project was halted by Gunn, who captured Gerald, covered up all records of his findings, and ultimately eliminated him. I think that's a bit more brutal than just fucking saying that he was killed. Eliminated him is insane. Though not before Gerald secretly set up a plan for vengeance that wouldn't take shape until 50 years later. Nevertheless, his legacy of brilliant achievements endure as an inspiration to his grandson, Dr. Eggman. Sometimes I forget how skinny he is. I like that he's skinny. It makes him look a bit less like an Eggman clone. And it makes him look more like a situation where Eggman clearly took inspiration from him. Even like mustache-wise. At least they didn't say he was gunned down. I mean, they said they eliminated him. He was fat in Shadow's game. Yeah, I think that was before they decided to make him more skinny. But anyway, that's crazy. Orbot. Special abilities, data analysis, and cleaning. Orbot is one of Dr. Eggman's robots, built to function as an assistant for operational tasks. Created alongside his blocky counterpart Cubot, the pair work together as two sides of the same coin. Intelligent, serious, and reliable, Orbot faithfully follows orders and performs his duties with care. Though he's a loyal subordinate, he sometimes snaps back in frustration with a sarcastic quip, which is never a good idea with Dr. Eggman. In comparison to his partner's antics, he keeps Eggman's organization running smoothly as the more straight-laced machine. Yeah. Orbot was made first, though. I'm pretty sure, I know what you mean. I think in Unleashed, I think they confirmed that in Unleashed that wasn't Orbot, but it was like a prototype. So I think it's actually a separate character. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure in terms of like the in-game lore, they confirmed that. I could be wrong. Cubot. Characteristics, swapping out his internal voice chip alters his personality and speech. He did that one time. In colors, and that's like his only character trait apparently. Cubot is one of Dr. Eggman's robots, built to do chores and other menial tasks. Created alongside his spherical counterpart Orbot, the pair work together as two sides of the same coin. Developed from the same CPU model as Orbot, but operating at a much slower clock speed, Cubot spends most of his time goofing off. Excuse me, I got the burp. Oh, I got the fucking air bubble. Cubot spends most of his time goofing off. That easygoing, some would say lazy behavior often makes him the target of Dr. Eggman's ire, but no matter what awful thing the Doctor says to him, Cubot can't help but like the guy. His interchangeable voice chips can dramatically alter his tone and personality, usually to comedic effect. Needless to say, his tri-human partner has no shortage of material to mock when it comes to Cubot. That's what I mean, they only did it once. Oh, he did it in Lost World as well? But even then, that was like so long ago. Anyway, I mean, listen, it's Orbot and Cubot, it's hard to get them wrong. It's hard to get those two characters wrong in terms of bios. Ooh, Sage. Sage is an enigmatic young girl, an advanced artificial intelligence created by Dr. Eggman as his most sophisticated program yet. Calm, analytical, and observant, Sage evaluates threats and simulates countermeasures with remarkable precision in order to fulfill her primary directive: protect the Doctor at all costs. After interfacing with the vast knowledge stored within the Ancient's technology on the Starfall Islands, she gained abilities beyond her original design. As a result, her perspective has since evolved, revealing a complexity that even Eggman did not anticipate. I'm actually kind of surprised there's not more. Is that just me? I'm honestly surprised that there's not more. I'm surprised they didn't mention the fact that she's pretty much Eggman's daughter at this point. Is that just me? I feel like I actually thought there would be more. It's not that it's bad. I think the bio is fine. It just feels a little bit short. Especially given that she's appeared so much now. It's not bad. It's just, I'm kind of surprised that it's not more. Damn. Metal Sonic is so low down. I mean, he's probably the other villains, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Metal Sonic. Special abilities, Black Shield and Overdrive. Characteristics, undergoes constant upgrades. Is Scar still in chat? Scar may have left. Damn. God damn it. Chappie, relax. Relax. Let's see. Metal Sonic is the ultimate mechanical rival to Sonic, specifically engineered by Dr. Eggman to match the Hedgehog's speed and power. Previous upgrades to his AI chip have granted him autonomy and ambition, pushing him beyond mere programming with actual sentience. However, mere programming. However, thanks to Sonic and friends, those changes have since been reverted, restoring Metal Sonic to his original. Huh? Oh, it's Heroes. I get it. Hold on. Since been reverted, restoring Metal Sonic to his original state. Unfortunately, that means he's still a cold and deadly enforcer that answers to Dr. Eggman, and he remains one of Sonic's most threatening and dangerous foes. Oh god. Did they mention that he can copy or could copy stuff? Interesting. Also, I just realized in this render, I like that you can see the reflection of his hand on his forehead. That's a good detail. But yeah, that's Metal Sonic. I mean, fits. Alright, we're moving on. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Enough. Species, Chow mutated. Gender, none. Varies. Characteristics evolves using the Chaos Emeralds. Chaos is a water-based entity, a mutated Chow who possesses high intelligence and extraordinary physical powers. In ancient times, Chow's... wow. Chaos was a gentle guardian of 7 mysterious emeralds, of the pure waters that surrounded them at the altar, and of the Chow that lived there too. It was a time of peace until the arrival of the neighbouring Echidna tribe. Knuckles' ancestors, who would stop at nothing in their pursuit of those powerful emeralds, even bringing violence to the peaceful Chow. Furious, Chaos absorbed the 7 emeralds into their being and evolved into perfect chaos, flooding the world and nearly ending all life on the planet. They had truly become the god of destruction. In a desperate act, a brave echidna named Tikal called upon the Master Emerald for help. With its power, the emerald sealed both Tikal and chaos within itself, bringing the world back to some semblance of peace. I'm kind of surprised they didn't mention Chaos returning in Sonic Adventure and working with Eggman. Interesting. Thanks to Frontiers, Chaos is an ancient. Yeah, technically. God, look at how cool that was. Do you remember when they hyped him up in Forces? Or them up in Forces? I do. I mean, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I don't mean to. It's a good bio. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't mention the whole adventure part of their story. But fair enough. Mufflers. Wow. Christ, that's. I'm pretty sure that's an in-game render from 06. Or like an in-game screenshot. Damn. Wow, Mephiles gets like no upper bio. Crazy. Mephiles the Dark is a malevolent entity, a sentient fragment of the flame god Solaris. He had been sealed within the Scepter of Darkness until it was accidentally destroyed. After Mephiles was freed, he took on a chilling new physical appearance copied from Shadow's own shadow. A master manipulator who behaves in mysterious ways, Mephiles makes others do what he wishes by exploiting their fears, doubts, and ambitions, all in service of a calculated plot to achieve his dark goals. It's kind of basic. It's kind of basic, Memphis, Tennessee. I mean, I kind of wish they went more into how he specifically manipulated Silver. I don't really understand why they're saying he manipulated multiple people when he kind of manipulated Shadow and Omega, but he definitely hardcore manipulated Silver the most. And I kind of wish they would have mentioned how his main goal was to reform Solaris and like reunite with Iblis. He antagonized Shadow. Didn't he also? He kind of manipulated Shadow a little bit, and how he killed Sonic. I don't think they were ever gonna put that he killed Sonic. I honestly don't think they were ever gonna put that. I could. Jesus, Chad, you're really wanting them to have included that. Just like at the very bottom, we scroll down right here, and it's like, oh, he also is like the only one that actually has canonically killed Sonic. Infinite! Hell yeah. Let's go. Infinite is a notorious masked bandit and former leader of the Jackal Squad. He's an adept swordsman who uses illusion and deception against his enemies. Motivated by a need to prove his strength, Infinite fights with intensity, turning fear itself into a weapon, which I wish they highlighted more in Sonic Forces. He once was empowered by the Phantom Ruby, using it to create terrifying virtual realities and even enabling him to best Sonic. Indeed, Infinite's power became so overwhelming that he helped the Eggman Empire expand to control 99.9% of the world, a victory achieved seemingly overnight. Thankfully, after an extended campaign, Sonic and his friends banded together to defeat Infinite and destroy his Phantom Ruby prototype, once again restoring order to the world. Infinite now lies in wait, biding his time until he can exact his revenge against all those who wronged him in the past. It's accurate. I think it's accurate. I'm surprised to left out Infinite's real name, Zero. That is true. He does, because Infinite isn't his actual name. And then he returned almost a decade later. I was gonna say, I'm not sure how I feel about them leaving out the Calyx case files. But maybe, I don't think they needed to mention it. Because, I mean, listen, they're not wrong that he's kind of waiting. He literally said, and spoilers, I guess, for the chaotic case files, but the last thing he says is, "We'll meet again, Sonic." Also, like, he is very much alluding and foreshadowing that he will be coming back at some point. Waiting. Don't get me on the Epic the musical stuff. I've been trying to like not sing that this whole stream.
Infinite dislikes Sonic, Shadow, and being weak.
Yep. And he likes not being weak. I think it's a good bio. But they also should have put voiced by Alejandro Sub and voiced by Sayu, because that's a meme. Because Alejandro Sub voices every single person. God bless that man. Alright, oh god. Zavok. Right, we're right towards the end now. It's just the Deadly Six, I think. Oh no, and then Trip and... Fang. Okay, it's Fang. I keep forgetting if it's Knack or Fang now. Alright, Zavok. Likes powerful beings. Dislikes Dr. Eggman, weak beings, the sound of the cacophonic conch. Is that what it was called? I thought it was a different name. Anyway, special ability, Bower Paste. What did I say Bower Paste? Did I say Bower Paste punch attacks? Oh no. I meant power-based punch attacks. Fuck. No, hey, that didn't happen. I was also gonna say, I'm surprised that they didn't put, is able to control robots, because that is a thing. Anyway. Oh god, that was so funny. Zavok is the leader of the Deadly Six, regarded as the strongest of the Zeti clan, and the top student under the legendary martial artist Master Zik. He has the soul of a warrior, and relentlessly seeks out the toughest foes he can find to prove himself as the true champion. Zavok is sharp, approaching problems with a cool and calm attitude, and that has served him well and gained him success as a leader. These successes have cemented his place as leader of the Zeti, though he can be overly forceful when given commands. Even so, Zavok always takes a more differential tone when addressing his teacher, Master Zik. Yeah, there's not really much to say about Zavok. Again, it's similar to Orbot and Cubot. It's hard to... Oh, it's a 3-minute ad break. Alright, well, I won't read the next one until the ad break's done. What is it? Similar to Orbot and Cubot, it's very hard to cock up a bio like his, because it's simple. He's kind of one note, I'll be honest. I don't mind. I've never minded the Deadly Six personally. Even back when Lost World came out, I never minded them. I can understand why people would be a bit annoyed with them continuously coming back, but I've never minded them.
However, fun facts, he discovered fear from Big the Cat and avoided fighting him at all costs.
That's true. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. In what way? In what way do you mean? Yeah, chat, let me know if I'm not enunciating enough, because I'm aware that I have a bad habit of, like, mumbling. Social anxiety. Do you mean I need to enunciate more? Or is it a language barrier? Because if it's a language barrier, I only speak English, I'm sorry. You've been fine so far? Also, are we done? Are the ads done? Want a break from the ads? Ugh, ow, my wrist. Ow, 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 ow. But yeah, so far these bios have been very mixed. There's been some that have been okay. There have been some that have been really good. And then there's been a couple that have been really bad. Like, again, like I said, a lot of the problem has been it's not being consistent. Like, the layout for these bios aren't consistent. We need, like, consistent layouts and structures for the bios. Yeah. It's probably the rest of the 6 before we get to Trip and Fang. Yes. So it's the Deadly 6, then Trip and Fang. Alright, dumb people should be good now. Alright. So Zaz. Likes destruction and violence. Dislikes teacher's pets studying the sound of the conch. Characteristics powerful grip. That's a characteristic, not the giant sun-looking thing? Or moon thing? I don't know. Zaz is the battle maniac of the Deadly Six, never hesitating to push his way into violent confrontation. Even among his fellow Zeti, his love for fighting. Also, if I struggle to enunciate, I should also mention it's because my teeth. I got fucked up teeth. Because British. I'm working on it, I'm working on it. Even among his fellow Zeti, his love for fighting is in a class of its own. Making a plan ahead of battle is not quite his style. It's just a frustrating delay before the real fun begins, and Zaz lives for the clash. Beneath the frenzy, Zaz's bond with the Deadly Six is real and he genuinely values their input. He even shows his loyalty to Zavok and Master Zik in his own wild and destructive way. Again, it's a member of the Deadly Six. So it's hard to cock these up. It's pretty accurate. God, why is Zor's one so big? Hello? Is it bigger than Zavok's? That's what she said. Alright. Likes words that sound cool, beautiful, ephemeral things, destiny. Dislikes society, corrupt adults, the sound of the conch, speed-based clone attacks. Zor is the espionage expert of the Deadly Six. His small stature and swift movements make him a natural spy. Excelling at infiltration and surprise attacks. Idolizing the legendary stories of Master Zik's youth, Zor has convinced himself that he is just as impressive as his mentor was in his heyday, but he isn't. But that heady combination of obsession, delusion, hubris leads to Zor making absurdly boastful statements about himself. Statements that leave his teammates speechless in disbelief. But every once in a while, he manages to pull off a feat that is truly impressive and above his skill level, all thanks to the intensity of his misguided confidence. Am I the only one that thinks that this feels like it was pulled out of a Lost World manual or bio? Sonic Lost World bios. Is that like an official bio? I just want to look. I just want to check something. Hold on. Just hear me out. Just bear with me for a sec. This is not the fucking manual. Surely. No, strategy. Sorry, I'm trying to see if they just ripped this bio for Zor from Lost World. I mean, it's Japanese, but... Okay, go to translate to English. I figured I'd say all that. Like, am I crazy? It feels like it's that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, let's see about the others. Okay, yeah, someone's big. Especially meat, inedible things, the sound of the conch. Body slam attacks using its massive heft, spinning tackles and burrowing. Zomom is the one-man demolition crew of the Deadly Six, with the biggest appetite in the entire Zeti clan. He has trouble relaxing unless he's chowing down. He not only loves to eat, he lives for it. Ooh, excuse me, case in point, there's no such thing as like or dislike for him when it comes to food. If it's edible, it's going down, but don't try to tell him that something isn't edible. He'll decide that for himself by taking a big bite no matter what it is. confirmed cannibalism, I guess, in Sonic. In combat, he makes use of his enormous body to bulldoze everything in his path. A true powerhouse, his only distraction is the non-stop rumbling in his massive tummy. The devourer of giant sandwiches. Xena likes free time nail art, dislikes monotonous things, the sound of the conch. Special ability dexterity based weapon attacks. Xena is the information specialist. Notice how, by the way, they never, in the Lost World at least, I don't think even in the comics, they never really delve into these roles. Like, she's the information specialist, and then like espionage for Zor. Zaz is kind of like the battle guy. I don't know. Anyway, and acts as an executive assistant to Zavok. Again, they don't really actually show that much. The evil baddie, chat, relax. Her cold and dry disposition is not an act. She is a businesswoman through and through. Is she? Is she a businesswoman? Hold on. She is a businesswoman through and through, and that means keeping her personal and professional lives strictly separate. And when on the clock, she accomplishes her assignments with devastating efficiency. But once she's off the clock, it's best not to disturb her, for anyone who dares, even her colleagues, shall face her wrath. During her downtime, she indulges in her hobbies, which includes traveling and shopping, and her current obsession, du jour, nail art. Am I the only one that feels like this isn't Xena? Or at the very least, if this was the intent, they did not showcase that. Even in the comics. Because the way I view Xena, if I had to describe her, is that she's very vain. She is a slacker when it comes to getting work done. Because she's so focused on her appearance, especially her nails. And she doesn't really like to get her hands dirty, and she has a bit of a hot temper if you mess up her nails or, you know, anything to do with her appearance. This is not a businesswoman. It sounds more like Breezy from the Archie comic. No, honestly, it sounds more like Breezy. I'm really confused. Yeah, she's like a stereotypical mean girl. Like, she's like really vain. She's like a... Yeah, it's very weird. Strange. That's so bizarre. This is probably the most like out of character. Like, even Shadow's one is not great as that was. At least it was somewhat in character. But like this feels really out of character. The only one that feels in character is the last line. Not even the last paragraph, but the last line in the last paragraph, which is that she, you know, she likes nail art. That's so weird. She's meant to be a businesswoman who's serious about her work and efficient. Then why was she slacking off in Lost World? There's a whole cutscene, I'm pretty sure, where Zavok is like having to tell her to get to work because she's too busy painting her nails. Am I misremembering that? I'm pretty sure there is. Where he has to say, get to work. Like, what are you doing? You're taking your time. That's so weird. If that's the intent, that's one thing, but like, it's... Because don't get me wrong, this kind of character would be, in this bio, would be interesting. Just, it's not Xena. And that's just very, you know what, it's just very strange. Masazik. Tending to bonsai trees. Dislikes youngsters without guts, the sound of the conch. Special abilities, Kung Fu and telekinesis. Masazik is a senior figure, of the Deadly Six and legendary martial artist of the Zeti clan. In his youth, he mastered every form of combat and combined those skills with his own telekinetic powers, inventing a new and unique fighting style to become the strongest of the Zeti. His strength and psychic power may be diminishing with age, but he remains a living legend. Retired and living in seclusion, Masazik now helps train the next generation of the Zeti clan. Among his disciples, he is especially proud of Zavok, who he believes may be the mightiest Zeti warrior yet. What's confusing to me is that none of these none of these bios for the Deadly Six are mentioning the fact that they can all control robots. Because I feel like that's a pretty important part of them, but sure. If I remember correctly, the Deadly Six had exclusive Japanese promotional bios for Lost World. These might be reused. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I mean, must is a, you know, much a Trip! There we go. Alright. Trip the Sun Glazer? I'm getting tired. Sun Gazer. Is the unlikely protector of the North Star Islands and its inhabitants, as she possesses a hidden connection to her homeland and a secret superpower. Kind-hearted yet shy, she sometimes hides from the world by wearing her family's ancestral armor. Unfortunately, the heavy armor obstructs her vision, and while it may occasionally cause her to stumble, she never stops moving forward. She like me, for real, she clumsy. She was once a reluctant guide for Fang and Dr. Eggman, but Trip's journey eventually led her to meet Amy Rose, whose kindness inspired her to take a stand for herself and part with her so-called teammates. She then joined Sonic and friends to help them protect the islands and put an end to Eggman and Fang's dastardly schemes. Yeah, I mean, accurate. As someone who actually did play this game, that is very accurate. Yeah. As always, like, I mean, I've said this before, I really like, I honestly, as cute as her design is without the armor, this design with the armor is better in my opinion. In my opinion, it's better. It's more unique looking. Isn't she a part of Mighty and Ray's team now? Is she? Is that in the comics though? That's a point too, actually. I'm really surprised that Tangle and Whisper aren't here. I'm really surprised, actually, that they weren't included here. But anyway, right. I think it's just Fang now, and then we're done. Yep, just Fang. Oh, no. 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 Oh, we got through all these characters. Alright. Fang the Hunter. Jerboa? I think that's how you pronounce it. I know, myself included, we all thought for the longest time he was a weasel. I think it's because he was referred to as a weasel. But anyway, Fang the Hunter is an outlaw Jerboa, a skilled mechanic and cunning bounty hunter who's always looking for his next score. Wanted by the authorities under various names and aliases used over the course of his long career in crime, which is how they got over the whole Knack thing. Which I think it's clever. To say that Knack is like an alias of his. Fang somehow weasels his way through. I see what he did there. That's clever. Every time he's close to being caught, usually atop his beloved hoverbike named the Marvelous Queen. I didn't know it had a name. Fang isn't above using dirty tricks to try and outmaneuver the competition. Sonic and Tails included. Too bad for Fang, it never seems to work out. I mean, solid bio. My only thing, I'm curious why he's here. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, again, Tangle and Whisper. Whatever, it's fine. Alright, so we got through all, how many was it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 43. Bios. Again, a good amount of them were decent. And felt, if anything, if at worst were just copy and pasted. Some of them were very good, like Vectors, and who else was like a really good one? Silver and Blazers. And then we had bios like Shadows and Xenas, where they're not good. So and here's the thing. I think it wouldn't hurt for them to go to revise and clean up all of these bios and have a more consistent structure for each bio. I would say, I think it was Tails, as I said. Yeah, I think the way they do it here with Tails. Okay, here am I mouth. Ugh. So having species, gender, height. I personally would get rid of weight. I don't think it's necessary. I think height is one thing. I don't think we need to know the weight of the characters. That's just me. But I think species, gender, height, likes, dislikes, special ability, and hobbies. I think that's a good structure for those kind of bios. At the very least for the top half. Something they could do is put Supersonic and Werehog as tabs in Sonic's bio. I agree with that. I can agree with that. But yeah, I think they need to rework some of these, because, again, the main protagonist not having any likes or dislikes, even though he has likes and dislikes and hobbies. Having Shadows be just outdated, quite honestly, and not true to his character, and having no mention of Maria, and trying to paint him as, like, really, like, he likes nothing, and dislikes all of humanity, and it's like, that's not Shadow. That's never... It may have been Shadow during the events of SA2, but by the end of that, not so much, you know, like, it's inaccurate. Xena's, again, it's like the most inaccurate, I would argue. It's not her at all. And then, like, would they need to add characters? I think it would be nice to add Tangle and Whisper. I don't think it's, like, necessary. I think it's definitely more necessary for them to revise the structure of the bios, in my opinion. And definitely proofread and double check.
At least they could have pointed out Sonic fascination for chili dogs.
That's what I mean. Like, he has likes and dislikes. And to not include that for the main character of your series, it makes him look really bland and one-dimensional. When Sonic is not. Especially when you give him a really interesting... his bios itself, like, the actual description is good. That's the thing. It's accurate. So it's just a shame. And again, like, also including stuff for characters, like Eggman apparently likes fried chicken. Amy likes dowsing. And stuff like that. Stuff that's never been mentioned at all. Or showcased. You know, like, it's a little bit confusing. But those are more nitpicks. In terms, I can see why these have got people riled up. Do I think all of them are bad? No, I think, thankfully, most of them are good. Most of them are accurate, most of them are consistent, and most of them are, again, at worst, copy and pasted. The worst ones, the worst bios are Shadows, what did I say? Mega. The Shadows, I think just Shadows and Xena's, honestly. Out of 43 bios, only 2 of them, I would argue, are the worst ones. And really need reassessing. Sage does need more in her bio. That is true. I'll say Sage as well. She needs more at this point. Also, I would fix the order of when some of these characters appear. Sage should not, and Metal Sonic should not be this low. I would put the characters that have literally only appeared once, so like Fang and Trip are fine down here because they've only appeared like once or like a couple of times, especially in the games. Again, Metal Sonic and Sage and even Infinite should not be this low down. Dodonpa should not be above them. Eggman needs to be, I would argue, after Knuckles. I think Eggman needs to be 5th here. Bump Shadow down after Eggman. I would also move up maybe Espio and Charmy next to Vector. So before Silver and Blaze. Yeah. And then like people were saying, have Super Sonic and Werehog be like tabs for Sonic. Tails needs to be 2nd. I agree. Tails needs to be 2nd. I would have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Eggman, Shadow, Rouge, Vector, Espio, Charmy, Silver, Blaze, and then the rest of the orders are fine. Well, other than like when we get down here. But yeah. What else was good? Oh, the best ones. The best ones. Ooh, I'm just trying to think. I would say Vectors. Okay. Vector, Silver, Blaze. Actually, but Blaze doesn't have any likes. No, so Vector, Silver. Jet. Vector Silver, Jet. I'll say Wave. I think Wave's got a pretty solid one too, in terms of the women. The woman. Yeah. Yeah, so the best ones are Vector Silver, Jet, and Wave. Blaze would be as well, if they gave her likes. But it's the fact they don't give her any likes. Should Vanilla have one? It'd be nice for her to. That's the point. Kind of off topic, but kind of not. I'm surprised that Emerald and Gemerald don't have one. And that Cheese isn't. Well, I guess Cheese would be with cream. SBO's good. Oh no, SBO's also a really good, like, probably the best one as well. Gee. Yeah, no, he likes and dislikes. But that's what I mean. And then everyone else is honestly, like, inoffensive. So there's probably some overreactions, I agree. To certain bios like Amy's, I think there's definitely probably an overreaction. But again, I've been planning on making a video about Amy's characterization on YouTube, so keep an eye out on my YouTube. That's SPD64 in all caps. If you're on Twitch, the underscore isn't actually part of my normal username. The only reason there's an underscore on my Twitch username is because someone already took SPD64 and I can't get it back. So that's why. I'm just trying to think what else. I don't know there's really much else to say, to be honest, other than, like, yeah, like, these are... I appreciate the bios. I appreciate them being here. Also, we have, like, a timeline of games that came out. Oh, interesting. Sonic Jam and Sonic R came out the year I was born. Very nice. 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006.
How many fake IDs do you think Fang has?
Oh, probably a lot. Damn, 2014 was a quiet year. Wait. Hold on, no. 2014 would have been Sonic Boom, no? Wait. Wait. There's no Sonic. They tried to erase Sonic Boom? You can't just erase Sonic Boom. Wow. They even include Sonic 06 in there, but not Sonic Boom? That's crazy. That's really funny. Damn, they were straight up like, we don't talk about that. That's crazy. Oh my god. Hey, Sonic Rumble. That's so funny. Oh my god. Damn, and 2015, 2016 just all were. That's so funny. Holy. Wait, did I have Sonic Rivals either? Hold on. I'm trying to remember when Sonic Rivals it came out when the cast was still there. No, Sonic Rivals is
Looks like Boom isn't canon. It was just an illusion.
Yeah, Sonic Rivals 1 and 2 are there. Don't worry. I was about to say. That's so funny. Oh my god. They also don't... I don't think they have any of the Olympic Games. No, they don't have the Olympic Games either. But in fairness, I think it may just be because it was a Mario and Sonic thing. If we're talking about, like, just Sonic games, then sure. That's so fun. I can't believe they actually tried to... Well, not even tried. They just erased Boom from the timeline. Because it's not canon to the timeline? Yeah, but, like... They put in Gems collection. Like, I don't think it's that. I think it's just they don't want to talk about it. Because in fairness, Boom very, like, close... Or very almost killed Sonic. I would kind of argue more than 06. But anyway. Let me go back onto here. Because we're going to stream. You know what? It's been about 2.5 hours, so that's actually not that bad. Chronicles? When did the Chronicles come out? Wait, don't tell me they erased Sonic Chronicles. I'm actually going to be sorry. I like Sonic Chronicles. Is they erased? No. Say it isn't so. They erased Sonic Chronicles too? How dare they? How dare they? I like Sonic. It might be because of Ken Penders. Fuck Ken Penders. Anyway, but yeah, it's been quite a good lengthy stream. I thank you all for joining me. And for like the engagement and everything. Thank you, thank you. Let me just... Sorry, I'm just readjusting some things. Yeah, it's been a good stream. I'm glad that I read them. Well, for some things. Other things I'm not. Cough, cough, shadow. I do hope... Again, was it... I can't remember if I can't remember if I saw people answer in chat. Is it confirmed that Sega are going to actually... Ooh!
I can't believe they forgot Sonic Labyrinth.
How dare they? Thank you for the 199 splash star. What is it? Is it confirmed by Sega that they are actually gonna revise some of, or like make some changes, or no? Like, are they gonna update some of them? Because I think I saw some people say they were. Well, some checks out because I'm getting a ping from friends. Alright. Alright, let me look at the chat. I heard from a news channel, check their Twitter maybe? Oh, I can't be asked. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. So the rest of this week is... let me look. Alright, so the rest of this week is... So tomorrow I'm planning on completing anyway, because we are really close to the end, as far as I can tell, of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Yeah, so we're going to be completing Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric tomorrow. And then on Friday, we are returning to some more Yakuza Kiwami 2 with my friend Devon, aka Real Deal Danger. Yeah. Raid Armor Nicole, you know I'm not going to. So why keep asking? Why keep
Thanks
saying
for
it?
watching. Be sure to like, follow and subscribe to her Twitch and YouTube. If you feel generous, please donate to her Ko-fi link above. Have a good morning / evening / night, and we will see you on the next stream.
Speaking of raids, we're gonna find someone to raid on Twitch. So YouTube, I'm sorry, I don't really do raids on Twitch anymore because no one enables it. Anyway, let's see. Oh my god, I actually almost clicked on armor. Then that would have been scary. Let's see. Dang it, so close. We'd be so close. Oh, wait, right, because I almost clicked on it. Let's see. So we got. Okay, I'll tell you the options. I'll let you decide. We got Mysteria Cat, Emsberry, Callie Macken, or Macken, or is it Macken? Shino the Wolf. And yes, Armalee, but I'm not raiding Armalee, I'm too scared. I'm too nervous. I will never do it. She's too cool, man. So, just spout a name. Shino? Alright, we'll raid Shino. Shino is playing... Star Fox? Ooh. You can raid and run. No! I'm not... No. We're gonna raid Shino the Wolf. So let me start raid. Yeah, he is playing Star Fox. Oh, is this the new Star Fox? It looks newish. It might be the new one. Alright. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. How many gifted subs for Armalee? Like 1,000? No, 5,000. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to be finishing off Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. But until then, have a fun, safe evening. Have fun in for those in Twitch, have fun in Shino's stream. And yeah. Alright, goodbye.